Since thermometers were invented, our planet's temperatures have been rising. Scientists call it climate change, and apparently, it's real. So that's why I'm here at HKUST to find out whether or not we should really care.
Is the climate changing, or are we the ones changing?
I think that we're changing as the climate changes.
So it's almost like a push and a pull, right?
It's a virtuous circle.
Is it a triangle?
I think it's a circle.
But it also could be a triangle.
Well, it could be a hexagon if you were to take it from point to point.
Could it be a square?
It could be a square, but it would be a dislocated square.
At this moment, right now, where would you say our level of hotness would be? Is it Beyonce hot, or is it Miley Cyrus hot?
Well, so if Miley Cyrus hot, Beyonce hot, we're probably at maybe Hillary Clinton hot.
Droughts, wildfires, sweaty armpits, and rising sea levels. These disasters are a result of our temperatures rising. Rising like bubbles.
Could you describe to me with your hands how our climate is changing over time? Is it sort of like this? Like this?
No. Yeah, probably tilting towards probably 60, 70 degrees relative to your horizontal. We can use that. Yeah, okay, yeah, something like that. A little bit high. So that's what the trend is. So it's really increasing. The temperature is rising relative to the increase in the concentrations of global greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. No, we are not seeing that. That's not the trajectory we are having right now. So yep, that one, yet it continues to increase. But what we really want is to reduce the temperature, going back as much as possible to pre-industrial levels. So that means like curtailing emissions now and in the future. Yep, emissions that way, as much as possible, the emissions should really plunge to zero. So that's what we call net zero emissions. Yeah, that's what we want in terms of emissions. Yeah, but temperature, we want to at least go back to pre-industrial levels. So that's what safe climate is. No.
As more of us start replacing our legs with round wheels for more effective means of navigation, we produce more gases. Greenhouse gases.
What are greenhouse gases?
Those are emissions that are generated when we use fossil fuels, gas, oil. So that would include carbon dioxide, methane, and the release of that ends up enveloping the Earth in kind of a sun radiation glove of sorts, and that traps in the heat, and that's why temperatures are rising.
So what makes us so gassy?
I don't think human flatulence is the primary problem. I've heard that cows flatulence, they apparently emit a lot of methane.
When you emit gas, what kind of sound do you make? Is it like the silent but deadly, like, or is it like a...
Though the situation may seem unhappy, there is hope. A new hope.
What happens if we do absolutely nothing? Would we just melt into like a syrup? Or would we just like stop wearing clothes?
Maybe. When I was in Australia, when temperature hovers beyond 41 degrees Celsius, will people just take their shirts off?
Pants?
No. Maybe. Some do.
That's not too bad, is it? What's the chances of us stopping climate change?
I don't have the
like a rough estimate.
I don't have the scientific expertise.
Would you say like
to
70%?
I'm a political scientist, not an environmental scientist. I don't feel comfortable going on the record, coming up with a probability estimate.
So around 60%?
No. I said, please, I don't want to go on the record. of citing any particular percentage, because I think that requires the expertise of an environmental scientist, or at least I would need to do some research on it to offer an informed estimate.
So those are pretty good odds, 60%.
No. I don't think you're hearing me. Please do not associate this interview and what I've said with any particular number about the probability of reducing the rate of climate change.
So 65.
I feel bad for your mother.
Next time on Filipino Chink, I'll be finding out how long it would take for me to travel from Hong Kong to HKUST by foot.